Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Till now, what we saw was that from Gurukulam, Prahladan has come and Hiranyakashipu is asking, what did you learn? Now, Prahladan, what did he learn in the Gurukulam? What he told Hiranyakashipu? Shall we see that? He was very happy. Prahladan was very happy to see his father and tell him what his favorite thing is. I am very happy to share my favorite matter, Appa. In the Gurukulam, I learnt about 9 types of bhakti, which is Nava Vida Bhakti. What is that? I will tell you. Listen, Appa. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Saikyam and Atmanivedanam. Wow! To listen itself is so good, Hiranyakashipu said. What is this? Can you explain to me further? Prahladan was very happy to tell more. Shravanam means to hear through ears. Kirtanam means singing happily. Smaranam means to do dhyanam, meditation. Padasevanam, do pada puja. Archanam means patram, pushpam, phalam. To do archanam with fruits and flowers. Vandanam means to do prostrations. To do namaskaram. Dasyam means being a servant and doing service. Sakyam means being a friend. And Atmanivedanam means surrendering oneself completely. Wow! Aha! Lovely, lovely. To hear it is so amazing, Hiranyakashipu said. Which one are you going to use and do service to me? In Prahladan's eyes, he had surprise. What father has this much intelligence only? On one side, he was worried also thinking about this. All this is bhakti towards Sriman Narayanan, Mahavishnu Appa. After hearing this, as usual, Hiranyakashipu got very angry and was surprised also. Am I hearing correctly? He goes to Sukracharya and his 2 sons. Did you teach him all this? You are staying in my kingdom and you are taking my fees. How can you teach all this? I believed you and I left Prahladan with you. What you should have done? You should have taught him what all I told you to teach. But you have taught about my enemy Sriman Narayanan. His deeds. How can you teach him that? Then they all reply, please believe me, master. We did not teach all this. You are our only king. You are our master. No one else we do not know. Then how could we have taught him all this? Hearing all this, Hiranyakashipu actually realizes there is some meaning in what they are talking about. He looks at Prahladan and asks, who's teaching you all this? Who gave you courage to talk about Sriman Narayanan to me? He gets so angry and asks him. But Prahladan, he does not bother, he does not budge. Because he had so much of bhakti and devotion on Sriman Narayanan. He did not worry about anything. He always meditated on Sriman Narayanan, his namam, his name, and he was always thinking about him. Hiranyakashipu, he was so hard-hearted. He decides to send Prahladan to Yamalokam. He is against his own father. How can he be against me? And therefore, the 5-year-old child should not be alive. He decides like that. He calls his security guards and tells them, take him and kill him. He sends orders. 5-year-old Prahladan got scared. Is that what you thought? No, he never got angry. He took both his hands, clasped it together and always repeated Sriman Narayan's name. He said, Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayana. Like that Prahladan kept on saying. Hiranyakashipu tries various means to kill him. He sends elephants to kill him. He sends snakes to kill him. Poison to kill him. He puts him sitting on Agni to kill him. None of these things work. All the people are surprised. How is this possible? After so much also, Prahladan is still alive. Then they try to dig a hole and put him inside. Even then, nothing happens to Prahladan. Seeing all this, Sukracharya's sons, his guru, Do you remember their sons' names we spoke about in the last videos? Chandan and Amarkan. Both of them come to Hiranyakashipu. Please listen to what we are going to say. Send Prahalladan with me. We will teach him what should be taught. Give us one more chance. Hiranyakashipu listens to them and then thinks, anyway we were not able to kill, so might as well send him back to the Gurukulam. Prahalladan goes back again with Chandan and Amarkan. These gurus try to get him again into their way. But Prahalladan always is doing tapas and meditation on Mahavishnu. One day these two gurus had to go out. So that time Prahalladan starts playing with the friends around him. Looking at him, what he's saying, his friends started liking him also. He looks so cute but very sad. He's only 5 years old, but his father Hiranyakashipu is troubling him so much. Prahalad was never moved. He always started meditating on Srimad Narayanan. So that time his friends come and ask him, you are studying only with us, but you are talking something else. Your thoughts are so different. How come? Where are you learning all this from? That is all. Once he heard this, Prahalladan was so happy to tell, I learnt all this from Naradar Muni. What Naradar Muni? When did you meet him? Where did you meet him? How did you meet him? Staying inside the palace, how can he talk to you? Are you speaking the truth? Prahalladan starts describing. Not now. When I was in my mother's womb, I learnt it from Naradar Muni. Bhakti on Srimad Narayanan, his speciality, I learnt at that time. Now listen to the full story. Hiranyakashipu, my father, he went to Mandara mountain to do tapas meditation. For long years he did, and Brahma Swami gave him a boon. That time the Devas and Asuras had tough war. The Devas killed the Asuras. Devendran, the head of the Devas, he tried to take my mother away from the palace. That time Naradar Muni came. Devendra, as per Dharma, what you are doing is wrong. You are taking away one pregnant lady. Is this correct? Naradar Muni asked Devendran. That time Devendran said, I will not do anything bad to this woman, but in her stomach she has an Asura child, that too Hiranyakashipu's son. After the baby is born, we have to send him to Yamalokam because he will trouble everybody like his father. So for this reason, I am taking her. That time, Naradar Muni said, like how you are thinking the baby does not have any bad thoughts, he does not have Asura character. This baby will always talk about Srimad Narayanan. He will have immense devotion. That baby, for Devas or any of the gods, he will not affect them. He will not do anything. He will not do any harm. So till childbirth, we will keep her in my ashram. So Naradar Muni and the mother stay in the ashram. Then they discuss so many things about Srimad Narayanan. Naradar starts describing to her so many characters and gunas of Srimad Narayanan. How does he look? How can we show bhakti on him? All his miracles, everything was described. So Prahalladan says, even now I can remember all this. All friends are so surprised hearing at this. Like this, days go on, and Hiranyakashipu thinks one day Prahalladan will come his way. But as days go on, Prahalladan gets more and more devotion on Mahavishnu. Then Hiranyakashipu decides, only if he is killed, I can be happy. What happens next? Did Perumal come? How did he come? And where did he come? All this we will see in our next presentation. Periva Sharanam.